Well, hello, everybody, and happy Monday. I hope everybody had a wonderful 4th of July weekend, and we are now hitting off our week into sprint planning. Now, some of you might even have the day off of your traditional JOB, but in the world of entrepreneurship, it sort of goes without saying you're sort of on all the time. Obviously, we talk about checking out, recharging, and hopefully everybody had a chance to do that over the long holiday weekend. And now, if you've got time off of your traditional JOB, it's a little bit of time to put into your Elify business today. So my name is ER. I'm joined by my partner, Guy, here. Let me point over there. And this is Elify Sprint Planning. What does that mean? Well, it is July 5th. We are exactly 6 months, a little over 6 months through 2021. What we've been doing every week for the first half of the year, and will continue to do every week for the last half of the year, and again, 52 weeks, so we've been doing this for about 26 weeks now, 27 weeks, is we do a plan, right? If we have that big, long plan or goal or objective for 2021, we slice it down, cut it in half. That's what you should accomplish in this first 6 months of the year. The last half, if you haven't gotten there, that's what we're going to accomplish in the last half of the year. Every week is your chance to reset, get focused, and start the week off straight. So you don't have to worry about it being the first of the month or the New Year's resolution or anything like that. Guy, you and I always talk about it. Each day is a new day. So it's time to wake up, shake off yesterday, and get focused on what the objectives are for the day. And you do that by laying out the objectives for the week. And that's really what Elify Sprint Planning is all about. Now, I know we typically hold up a bunch of sheets, the mindset of a champion stuff we go through with the win list item. What is important right now? So again, we don't want to get distracted by or overwhelmed by the big goals and objectives that we have going on. We want to work on what is important right now, what's going to move us forward and make progress. And we don't want to put the cart before the horse. If you've got things that you can't work on because there are other things that need to get done, then the other things that need to get done raise in priority, and you need to focus on those things. And that's really what sprint planning is about. And you can focus on those win list items in every area of the wheel of life. But what we're talking about today really focuses on career and financial. And that's what we're talking about with Elify, Elify's affiliate program, and what Elify can do for your business. The other thing is we've got this daily sprint planning sheet. It is in the Elify affiliate assets, and you can use this as sort of your memory jogger to start writing some things down. But it's all about getting into that habit of planning out your week, executing your plan, and then reviewing your progress and making adjustments, and then just repeating that system over and over for all 52 weeks of the year. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for those comments. So, Guy, with that being said, what do you want to talk about this week? We're now 6 months into the year. We've got another 6 months coming up. I know we've got a lot of stuff on our plate internally and with events coming up and stuff like that. But what about the affiliate who's on our call or watching this in a replay?
You talked about the 52-week marathon is what those are. And each
it is
week,
a marathon.
Right? And each week we're doing a sprint. And I think ultimately knowing what your motivator is, what's your goal, what's your why are you going to do what you're going to do? Why are you going to put action in instead of so many people tell you what they're going to do? And yeah. I think we talked ad nauseum the previous 26 weeks, and we'll keep talking it for the next 26 weeks of the year, is having action or taking action, and yep. Taking action on those motivators. We've talked internally, and it's within the Elify Nation, the life by design, and knowing what you're working towards and why you're working towards that. Each week you have an opportunity to put effort in to advance forward in whatever you're doing. But if there's no effort, if they're just sitting on the fence, I'll be the first to tell you that sitting on the fence, sitting on the sidelines, you're not in the game, you're not progressing, you're not moving forward. So we want to try to provide everything to everyone to give you an advantage to move forward, at least in your Elify business, but also a lot of what transpires within Elify that we talked about can transfer over into your daily life, into your 9 to 5, into your other opportunities. And, there's so many people, and I hate to say it, is woe me, is, there's so much happening to me. You know what? There's so much happening to everyone. But it's the ones that are going to get into action, the ones that are going to take each week as a sprint to reach that final goal of whatever their goal setting has been, that's going to see success or significance. And I think that's one thing that, we announced these last few weeks is we are having a live event. It is going to be in Dallas. We're excited about that. It's going to be October 1st, 2nd. We announced last Friday where you can get your tickets, how you can go about doing that. They are on pre-registration right now through this Friday, as it's only offered to the Elify Nation. As an Elify user, you are going to get a discount, a promo, to get a reduction in your ticket price. So I take advantage of that. If you're sitting again on the fence and you wait till next week, the price will be increased based on that we gave you an opportunity. We gave you a chance to get in early at the discounted price. But we're excited about this. There's a great speaker lineup going to be happening, great meetings, breakout rooms, sessions, and this is all just based on business. We're not going to go in and do a rah-rah situation. It is going to be fun. It is going to be impactful. I think the big thing is when you leave this, there are going to be steps that you can implement. It's these conversations that ER and I have on a daily basis with Michael, with Edwin, the behind-the-scenes conversations that get us going, get them going, get other people. It's having those open conversations to a larger group of individuals who are going to be in a live location. So we're excited about that. Again, ER was sharing that screen. I would go back and look at last Friday with the founders. It's on YouTube to get more information on everything. Again, we'll just be talking about that more throughout the week, letting you know that the time limit is coming down on getting your discounted ticket price. There are VIP tickets. There are general admission tickets. That's where it's sitting at right now. There's finalization with 2 different locations, and we will be getting a block of rooms scheduled for each and every one of you. It will be very easy access to fly into DFW or even into Love Field. It will be something that we're looking forward, that we've been putting together, and just excited to be able to be in a room with everybody. But, that's 3 months out. We're 90 days away from that thing. So what are we going to do prior to that? From a development aspect, I know there's people saying, hey, there's new things being pushed all the time. Well, yes, there's new things being pushed all the time. We're advancing the solution, and then we're going to work backwards to refine it and give that user experience. And that's what I'm excited about, is sitting here looking at our test environment and seeing a whole different look and feel than what people are used to right now. But the whole main reason for it is simplicity and getting people to understand that there is a smarter way of doing business, and it can be simplified. And that's been our whole mission all along, is how can we simplify business to make it basically plug and play, put a link in, send, share, watch what comes in from an analytical aspect or a stats aspect, and be able to then put work in and pick the phone up, send an email, do something of that sort to advance yourself forward. So we're excited with what's happening in our development aspect. I know Kathy even has something happening this week where she's going to be at a networking group event, and she gets to experience Tapped by Elify for the first time. She's essentially the beta tester on it. Yeah. She's got it in her hands, so she can go off and give people a user experience of what it looks like to tap an Elify card to your phone to collect contact information. So we're excited about more and more offerings. I think that's a big thing about this event in Dallas, is being able to release your basket size of offerings from Elify as well. So that's sort of what I got for today, and excited about what we have. And there's a lot, right? So there's things we're talking, today's the 5th. A lot of people are taking the day off or getting the day off. There's no days off. We've got 90 days to make sure that this event goes off without a hitch. and that everyone is coming with the expectation that there's going to be new and better things. And that's our expectation. So we are working hard to make sure that's available for each and every one of you.
Well, and Guy, when you talk about that, it brings me back to the sprint planning. We don't get overwhelmed with what's going on at the event today, right? That's going to happen in October 1st, October 2nd. We're going to have a great group of people there, and it's going to be amazing to be there live with everybody. But what we're working on right now are the important elements that are leading up to that. And so that's what we do when we sit down for a sprint planning. Guy and I get together, we talk about all of the big objectives that we have going on and what we have to hit this week in order to stay on track to accomplish it. And then once we know what we need to do, we just focus on getting those things done. What is important right now? And that's the key. So for you, what's important right now? Well, if you haven't looked at maybe early registration, buying a VIP ticket, or getting general admission, if you haven't started looking at your airfare out there, some of those types of things, those are things that you can be doing now in preparation for that event. Likewise, we have things that go on. We talk about, or Michael Ray talks about that system, right? Everything has a system. The weekly activities that we do are a system. So today is sprint planning, Monday's sprint planning. We can go through the weekly schedule with everybody. These are things that you can put on your calendar today as part of your sprint planning to engage more into Elify and Shuffle. So here's the week at a glance. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful holiday. And then we moved into sprint planning. Really, this is your reminder. All we have going on, it lasts about 15, 20 minutes. Some of you are watching this live, some in replay. Look, take time. This is what we do. Take time to encourage you to do the exact same thing. Take some time, sit down, and get a list together of the things that you need to get done. If you're not working from a plan or a list, you're truly planning to fail. And so we really want to come on as a reminder to say, get your list together, get your plan together. What are you doing for the next 7 days? If you wanted to do this really quickly because you're pressed for time or have work going on or all this other chaos, think of 3 things you could be doing every single day that are going to help you advance forward in your goals. And Guy talked about it a minute ago. What is your why? What is your mission? What are you working towards? And then work back from there. How am I going to accomplish those things? And what things are fixed elements? What things are just activity items I need to be doing? And get that list together. If you did 7 days at 3 activities a day, 3 big activities a day, you'd have 21 items you need to check off this week. So it's not overwhelming. And that's the key to sprint planning, is we don't want to overwhelm ourselves, guys. So take an opportunity to plan. That's what we're doing right now. We're going to move into Shuffle Q&A tomorrow with Kathy. Guy, as you mentioned, Kathy's got this great stuff that she's playing around as a beta tester, an alpha tester, and a trainer for us. She gets to see some of the coolest stuff before it even gets released and have an input and bring it back. And those people who are engaging with Kathy and asking questions and providing feedback are also helping to direct some of that feedback and focus that we're using to advance the project forward and the technology forward. Now, if you're looking for the time schedule, you can click on this and go to the schedule. I've got it up right now, and we can see for tomorrow, 7/6, it's going to be at 3 p.m. Central Time. So obviously adjust for your time zone, but that's 3 p.m. Central Time. It's going to be on a Zoom, and all of the Zoom information is provided in that link. From there, we're moving on to Wednesday, guys. Wednesday business training. And this is what I would consider, Guy, like a small thimbleful of the type of business training you're going to find at the event in October. And this is what excites me so much, is partnering with Edwin and Michael to bring you this type of business training that's going to really impact all areas of your life, guys. These are not things that are Elify specific. These are things that can be applied in all areas. And, you know, I held up that document of the Wheel of Life. I've got mine filled out on what my objectives are for each of these categories. And the elements that they cover in business training are applicable to every single area of this, you know? So really, I want everybody to be thinking about that when they're checking out this information. Wednesday nights with Edwin and Michael is a can't miss, because there's so much great stuff. We usually don't do things on Thursday. Sometimes we'll have a special one-off event, but this is an opportunity for you to plug in to yourself. Block out some time on Thursday and go through some stuff. Then we're going to invite everybody to join Guy and I on Fridays each and every week for Friday with the Founders. This is our opportunity to connect directly with you and your opportunity to connect directly with us tips, tricks, questions, discussions, general overview, and a roundtable from the Elify Nation. So really excited about that. And everything leads to our Saturday Discover Shuffle webinar. This is your opportunity to invite your prospects who could benefit from learning about Elify and learning about Shuffle and how it can benefit them, and us doing that heavy lifting for you. So you spend the week inviting people as one of your revenue generating activities. If you're sprint planning today, you should be sending out invites throughout the week, all for our Saturday event, Discover Shuffle webinar. And again, there's a link on here for that Discover Shuffle webinar event where you can actually just send out a card specifically for the event to all of your invitees to come and join that. So there's a lot of stuff going on throughout the week. I think that's one important thing, Guy, that we want to talk to people about. When you're sprint planning, you have to think of it from two perspectives. What are the timed events that I need to make sure I have on my calendar or in my schedule so that I can participate in those live things? And there's not a lot of those going on here at Elify. We've got sprint planning right now, last maybe 15, 20 minutes. So we're rounding this out. This is almost over here. Then it's going to lead into Tuesday's training with Kathy, sometimes around an hour worth of time. Wednesday's about 30 minutes, 45 minutes there with the business training. And then Friday with the founders is another hour. So we're literally talking about maybe 2 to 3 hours of time during the week on fixed time. But that's not it. We want to also be putting and pouring into our business, doing the things that we need to that are going to help us achieve our goals. So whether that's spending time in the technology, like joining Kathy and then practicing afterwards to build things, or actually sending out those invites and asking people to join us on Saturday so they can learn a little bit more about Elify and the technology. There's always those types of things coming on. There's an entire community. So if you haven't plugged into some of those social groups on Facebook, you're going to want to participate in those. That's a great place to get answers and ask questions. And then that's where we can learn what's going on and what your guys' needs are and how we can even offer more assistance. But the whole goal with sprint planning, everybody, is make a plan. Stick to your plan, okay? Execute that plan and then benefit from the results of finishing that work throughout the week. And the concept is really simple. When you stack a week on top of a week, on top of a week, on top of a week, here we are 6 months into the year, and we should be 6 months forward in progress to achieving the outcomes that we wanted to achieve. And if we're realistic, we may not be perfect every week, and that's okay. The key is each day is a new day, each week is a new week, and we just shake it off. We get refocused. We look back at our list and attack the day, get after it. And it's the consistency, right? We talk about this, being relentlessly consistent each and every week, that even if you set up a big goal for yourself, if you spend the year and make it 80% of the way there, look back, you're still 80% further along than where you started. And I think that's the key for everybody. It's really about making forward progress. And I think that's one of those things is how quickly can you make forward progress? What efficiencies can you create? And where are you trying to go? And to Guy's point, what is driving you to take action? What is your why to make you do those things? Because at the end of the day, if you don't have a why, if you're not inspired, if you're not motivating yourself enough to put in the work, you're not going to get the results. And that's really what this is all about. We want you to get results, guys. If you need help or any of that type of stuff, we want you to be reaching out to us, because there should be absolutely zero reason why you shouldn't start to see success within this Elify Nation. So Guy, over to you if you want to wrap this thing up or close this thing out. I think we're pretty much done with sprint planning.
Right. And I think, we constantly reiterate action. We constantly reiterate doing something, moving forward. I'm one that truly believes that your habits are determined by what you do when no one's watching. Yeah. And I know we've talked about habits in the past. Advancing forward, moving forward. 4th of July, you watch the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, and Joey Chestnut sets the record and eating 76. He just didn't go up there and eat 76. He's been training for that, to do that. That's just a little piece that I wanted to throw in there, just being where it was relevant.
It doesn't matter what sport, what industry, right, what thing you're working on. If you want to be good at it, you need to put in action. You need to put in the activity. That's why I love those types of analogies, guys. Whether you're eating hot dogs for the 4th of July hot dog eating contest and you want to be the best in the world, you don't just show up and eat some hot dogs, right? You put in the action necessary to plan for it, and then you show up at the event to win. And that's what we want each and every one of you to do. I think the old Wayne Gretzky quote guy, and I'll throw it back to you here, it's you're going to miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So at the end of the day, take action, because even if you take action and you only miss half the shots, you're making half as many more than you would have if you didn't take any action to begin with. And I think that's that aha moment that says, I just need to be out there being active, taking action, moving forward, not thinking or wishing or hoping or deciding, yes, this is great and it's going to work for me. It's putting in the work.
Absolutely. So with that, if you have the day off, enjoy that. We want you to live your life by design.
Yep.
If there's an inkling, if there's something that you think you might want to look at, I know people have posted on social media already today on finding new things that are available for them. Take a look, see if it can help you advance what you're trying to do with at least creating, being creative, building, sharing, doing those types of things. Obviously, sharing is one of the larger actions you can do. Share information out to others, to see what results of that, and following up. So with that, we look forward to seeing you the rest of the week on different trainings, different events, Friday with the Founders, those different types of things. Have a great rest of your week. Reach out to us if you need anything. We're always here and available. But for me or myself, have a great one. Take care.